Hey friends, it's me, Danny, and I'm going to be teaching you the chords in the key of D. Today, it's all on this episode of Everything 101. Let's get to it. Hey guys, welcome back to Everything 101. So I'm bringing in a brand new key today. We've already learned C, we've learned G, and we've learned what minor chords are. We've learned that there are two main minor chords in each key. Well, there's a relative minor, the main one, and then there's a secondary one that's used some, but not quite as much. So I'm going to teach those chords to you today in the key of D. All right, and as before, we've already learned one of these. That's the D chord, because when we were learning the key of G, the D is in the key of G also, so we already learned that. So just as a quick review, the D chord is down here, and we're going to put all three fingers on the second fret, leaving this bottom string down here open, and we strum all string. There we go. Now we have the D chord down. All right, so we need to get the G and the A. Those are the three main chords. The D, G, and the A are the three main chords in the key of D. We've already learned the G also. It's up here. So we have a good start on the key of D. All right, so here we have the D and the G. All right, now let's get the A chord. The A chord is pretty easy. We only need two fingers for the A. We're going to take our first finger and we're going to put it on the second string from the top of the ukulele, first fret, okay? Now our second finger is going to go up one string, up one fret, right there. And now we've got the A chord. Pretty easy. Okay, so let's review that again. Just kind of go back over it. Make the D chord. Now the G chord. Now the A chord. And back to the D. Okay, there's our three main chords. All right, now we've got our three main chords. So at this time we need to get our two minor chords. Now in the key of D, our main minor chord, the relative minor, is a B minor. Okay. Now, you might be saying, how do you know what the relative minor is? Well, it's pretty easy. If we're in the key of D, for example, and maybe you know music and maybe you don't, that's okay. We have to think about the D scale. Okay, so you can Google, type in on the internet, you can search the D scale, and you'll see the notes in the D scale. The sixth note in the scale is always the relative minor note. Okay, so if you look at a D scale, you go D, E, F sharp, G, A, B. That sixth note is a B, so it would be a B minor. If I were in the key of C, and I'm thinking about the C scale, you can look it up if you don't know scales, C, D, E, F, G, A. The sixth note is an A, so that's your relative minor would be A minor. In the key of G, the notes are G, A, B, C, D, E. E is the sixth note, so the relative minor of G would be E minor. That's how you figure out what the relative minor would be, okay? So that's a little trick. If you know music, you can just think about the scale. If you don't know music yet, that's okay. That's okay. You can just look it up, no problem. That's why we have the internet, right? We can just look up anything, including how to do everything, like right here on Everything 101, right? Okay, so let's get into those minor chords. Now, the B minor chord is going to be your first bar chord. Now, bar means I'm going to take my finger and I'm going to hold down two or more strings, okay, at the same time. And a B minor is actually going to go all across the second fret. You're going to hold down with your first finger all four of those. That's a B minor chord. And so it's kind of weird feeling, I know, if you've never played a stringed instrument and done bars before. It's a little weird, but you just simply bar all four. and kind of maneuver your finger around a little bit up and down until you feel that natural, bar formation, because sometimes these little lines in your fingers, sometimes they'll get on a string and won't totally push them down, so you might have to adjust a little bit just to make sure you're getting all four pushed down and a nice clear sound coming out. All right, so that's the B minor chord. So practice going back and forth between these chords. Okay. Now, the secondary minor chord in the key of D is an F sharp minor. Sounds intimidating, but it's not. It's not too bad. Okay. So remember how we played the E minor in the last lesson? We just simply did 1, 2, 3 like this in a diagonal pattern. We put our finger down on the second, and then we went up one string, up one fret, up one string, up one fret. We did a diagonal pattern. Well, all we're going to do is leave that same formation, but we're going to move it up 2 frets. Okay, so here's an E, move it up to an F sharp minor, and there you go. Now here's the only problem with the F sharp minor. This note up at top right here doesn't really fit in the chord. So you don't want that note to play out. So what some people might do is just take their thumb and come up like this and mute that string so it doesn't come out. You're just laying your thumb on it so it doesn't come out. All right, but the other ones do. Okay, all right, now that we've gone over those, let's review all the chords in the key of D. First of all, we have the D chord, and we have the G chord, the A chord, and the B minor. And then, of course, you have the F sharp minor, which is up here. We're going to mute that top. Got that muted so it doesn't come out. But we have those 3 coming out. All right. Well, my friends, that takes care of all the chords in the key of D. I want you to keep practicing and come back for more great lessons later. And start writing your own music, Ukulele is a great instrument for writing your own music and putting down your own words. I'm sure it'll be great, man. Just throw down some words, put some chords to it. Let your creativity come out. This ukulele is a great instrument, all right? Look at some pictures of Hawaii, maybe get some inspiration. So anyway, all right, guys, hey, thanks for hanging out with me on Everything 101, and I'll see you on the next episode. See you soon.